topic of my discussion today is music, songs, and the role of Feste in Shakespeare's play Twelfth Night. I shall be discussing mainly on the role of music in the play, the songs that are there performed in the play, and the role of Feste, who is the main court jester or the modern day DJ of the play Twelfth Night. James Walker in the music has accepted the label attributed to Twelfth Night as the most musical play because of the dramatic use to which music is put in the play. There are almost 10 songs in the play that are actually performed by Feste and his companions, apart from the poetical blank verses recited or sung by players like Orsino. The play has been adapted to musical play as musical play because of the songs and dramatic use of music. The court jester or the modern day disco jockey DJ of Twelfth Night is of course Feste. A.C. Bradley was fascinated by the role of Feste in Twelfth Night, and he said that to think of Twelfth Night is to think of music. It opens with instrumental music and ends with a song. The instrumental music is played when Orsino enters the stage. If music be the food of love, play on. And the music goes on being played in the play and ends with the final epilogue of Feste. All Shakespeare's best praise of music, except the famous passage of, say, A Merchant of Venice or the songs that are there in As You Like It, occurs in Twelfth Night. And almost all the music and the praise of music come from Feste or have to do something with Feste, according to A.C. Bradley. In this he stands among other Shakespearean fools, and with fools who usually sing songs, beautiful songs that are there in Shakespearean plays. We have this feeling that fool or the Feste is the main influence of the play, and it is of course seen as if it has been intended by the poet himself, that he will become the poet's spokesperson in the play. It is no accident when the Duke pays him for his pains in singing. He's a professional fool. He earns a lot singing songs to Olivia, singing songs for Orsino. And he answers when Orsino pays him money, "No pain, sir. I take pleasures in singing, sir." And that the revelry for which Rick's punishments is a revelry of song. He is a court entertainer, an entertainer par excellence, who entertains according to the occasion. And in the play we find that Olivia and Orsino, they are the rich patrons of Feste's songs. A.C. Bradley's fascination for fool or fondness for the fool is at par with the general criticism about Feste. The play has been called a festive comedy. As a festive comedy, the play has Feste as the main character. Even the word festive is a derivative of the word feste. Festival is on in Twelfth Night. So Northrop Frye calls Twelfth Night as a green world of romance, where we have eternal green romance going on with songs and music. This eternal green world of romance is, however, dark, because Feste is in Illyria, and as Eric Schlegel has called that, this is the death of comedy. Dark clouds are over Illyria. Feste enters into the stage as a remnant of that past world of music, of love, of carnivalesque, of festivity and merrymaking, and then goes on reaping harvest from his songs. He is an entertainer par excellence. He is an honorable entertainer, and like all entertainers, he must entertain in order to earn for his livelihood. So he is a professional fool, like King Lear's fool. And like King Lear's fool, he also remains conspicuous by his absence in the center of the play. King Lear's fool and Shakespeare's Feste resemble to some extent, and their resemblance is almost not coincidental, but rather strategic part of the play. A fool in a tragedy is ominous, should not be there, and a fool in comedy is acceptable, it should be there. And yet in Twelfth Night, that has dark clouds over it. The presence of the fool is conspicuous, should be kept in suspicion. Lear's fool stands in a place apart. So A.C. Bradley says that Lear's fool stands in a place apart, a sacred place. But of Shakespeare's other fools, Feste, the so-called clown of Twelfth Night, has always lain nearest to my heart. A.C. Bradley is subjective, and he says that he is not perhaps most amusing than Touchstone, to whom A.C. Bradley says, I bow profoundly in passing, but, I quote A.C. Bradley, I love Feste more. This love and fondness for Feste is of course there in the play itself, where we have performers like Olivia and Orsino. I call them performers because they perform throughout the play, and they are performers par excellence. And these performers like another performer whose name is Feste. The fool's voice is contagious, melodious, mellifluous, as the sweet content of his soul. To him, of him, A.C. Bradley says, is to remember, come away, death, and, oh mistress mine, and when that I was a little boy. So 10 songs Feste is either performing or referring to, or just taking some kind of dance steps on the famous catches of that age. So the folk songs and ballads sung by Feste make Twelfth Night indeed a festive comedy. But remember again, festive comedy with dark clouds hanging over it. Usually when Feste receives his gratuity in the play, he promptly tries to get it doubled. Whatever he gets, 1 penny, he asks for 2nd penny, he asks for 3rd penny, he wants everything doubled. So there is some kind of doubling in the character of Feste. Feste is a person who has a split, a person who is a man, a human being, and a person who is a performer. And this split is wide open in the play. So he gets everything doubled, even the prize money. He wants 1, doubled to 2. So doublet and taffeta, these are the things that mark Feste. He can say that I do not wear the motley in my brains, but the motley that he is wearing in his brain is itself trying to conceal the brain inside. But here he is not only abstains from any such efforts, but in so short, if not disagreeably sharp with the Duke, he always tries to prove his point through debate and arguments. He is often offended in the play and even feels himself disgusted, not as a fool, but as a music lover, as an artist, as a performer, as an entertainer, as an intellectual in the world of Twelfth Night. Others know what the Duke has said beforehand about the song, but Feste does not know about it, and yet he sings the song of his soul, the song that carries his soul out, but actually he is performing songs not for his pains, but for the pains of others, to get profit out of the pains of others. He is the intellectual who will be striving. He is the entertainer who will be earning. He is the plain-spoken person who will be speaking the truth in spite of whatever he gets at the end. I have a last grace to notice in our wise, happy, melodious fool, notes A.C. Bradley, that fool has a happy, melodious character and is injured when he is called a fool. He speaks as he likes throughout the play, but from the first to last, he is a licensed fool, has got, according to the conventions of the age, the license of foolery, and he can befool others. We, the characters outside the text, we, the spectators, actually laugh with Feste, and Feste allows us to laugh at characters, especially at their follies. Whether he is reveling, whether he is chopping logic or playing with words, and to whomsoever he speaks or sings, he keeps his tongue free from obscenity. That is the hallmark of Feste. But his words are definitely loaded in innuendos, doublespeak, and diabolism. The fact is in accord with the spirit of this an ever-blessed play, which could not have endured the foul-mouthed fool of all well that ends well, or the truth sayer like touchstone in As You Like It. But here we have a fool whose trait is none the less characteristic of the witty fool. Even Feste himself claims it is better to be a witty fool than a foolish wit. It remains to be seen in the play whether his role goes in accordance with the role that he has to serve in the play, true to the spirit of the comedy, Twelfth Night. The position of a professional jester, we must always understand, remember, needs to be placed in the historical context that this court jester is a licensed fool. Number two, the court jester earns his livelihood by his talent. Number three, he puts on the gown of a clown and the motley, the patched cloths with horn cap, and has a timbrel or a pipe and a drum. These are the accessories attitude attributed to the fool. He is perfectly sane, and there is nothing to show that he is unfit for an independent job in the play. But fool in the play often seems to be superfluous, but has excess of presence in the play with all his music and songs. In important respects, according to A.C. Bradley, he is more than Shakespeare's other fools, superior in mind, and to his superiors, he is much more intelligent and superior in rank. According to David Bevington, Feste is Malvolio's nemesis and plays as a counterfoil to Malvolio and opposite number, is the apostle of merriment, while Malvolio is the apostle of discipline. Olivia's presumed reason for keeping Feste around her as a fool is that she wishes to be cheered up from time to time, just as she also prefers at other times to be washed over by the melancholic Malvolio. Feste's advice to Olivia, whenever he gives, is that she should give up her self-willed mourning for a dead brother in favor of a full participation in life's joys. Her brother is dead, is in heaven, and she is still on earth, where she can have an obligation to be happy. Feste's songs celebrate the age-old notion of seizing the moment of pleasure, entertaining and enjoying. So we have Feste as a symbol of forgiving and forgetting, of not of remembering, but of rejoicing, not of hatred, but of love. He can sing, what is love? It is not hereafter. He can celebrate that present laughter is based on present love, and what is to come is not known to us. Therefore, there is no delay. There should not be any delay in any kind of love. Because his logic is simple. Youth is a stuff will not endure. So this is the gospel. The gospel of what type of hedonism? We can call it innocent hedonism, mammonism, epicureism, and this often takes the shape of an Epicurus's thought is much more complex than a simple urging to seize the moment of pleasure. We have the presence of Feste in the play. Feste in the play appears for the first time in Act 1, Scene 5. That is set in Olivia's house. We see Maria with the clown Feste. We are reminded of Maria's earlier dialogue with Sir Toby when he warned him that Olivia was angered by his drunkenness. And now we have a clown on the stage who has been long absent. Here Maria asks where the clown has been since Olivia is mad about his disappearance too. And in this earlier scene, Maria gets no serious response from the object of her questioning. The clown will not reveal where he has been and seems unconcerned that he is in serious trouble. Maria finally realizes that her questions will not be answered. She will not get any true response from Feste. And when he starts to give what she expects, some kind of coy answer, she speaks to him, making that you preserve yourself in front of Olivia. Feste is impressed and remarks that if Sir Toby were not such a drunkard and Maria would make such a good couple. He is giving a hint about this matchmaking. So throughout the play he is creating these matches. We have heard many talk of Olivia, but we have not seen Olivia yet. And when she comes and meets this man on the stage, Feste. And when she appears before the clown, she is still in her mourning. Feste gets her attention when he says that he can prove her a fool. She wants to know how she can be made a fool. So he asks her a series of questions, and through this question answer games, he tries to prove that Olivia is a fool. He asks her, why is Olivia mourning? Why mourns the Olivia? And whether she believes her brother is in heaven or hell. And when she answers that she knows that he is in heaven, the clown remarks that she is a fool for mourning the death of her brother who is supposed to be in heaven, endorsing the Christian faith. In pointing out her folly, he shows that Olivia is strong enough to take her own criticism. Olivia is definitely strong enough to take her own criticism, but instead she is asking Malvolio. Malvolio will come on the stage and she will ask Malvolio with what he thinks about Feste. Malvolio gives a strong reply. Why should you take such interest in this barren rascal? Last day I saw this barren rascal being defeated by another fool on the street. Why should you spend money on this barren rascal? So Feste is rebuked by Malvolio. Although Olivia here in this scene says that Malvolio should not take every bird bullet to be a cannonball. Yet, to some extent, we find that Malvolio is trying to protect Olivia from this trick of Feste. So here we have the contrast between Feste and Malvolio. Malvolio is maltreated throughout the play, and on the other hand, Feste is over admired, not only by Olivia but also by Orsino for his mellifluous, melodious and lyrical voice. In Act 2, Scene 3, Sir Toby and Sir Andrew are carousing in Olivia's house late at night. They talk about the detention of late. After all, Toby points out, once it is after midnight, the time is early rather than late. When Feste the clown enters, Toby calls them all to sing and then decides the clown should sing alone since he is so good at it. The men request a love song. The lyrics of the song say, love is about present and no one should delay in partaking of it since youth too is transitory. The three men join in song, and Feste and Maria and Sir Toby, Andrew, they all entertain each other. But Maria enters and warns them that Malvolio will be on his way to throw them out. Indeed, Malvolio enters shortly thereafter and berates them for having no consideration for others. But the men are not to be deterred. They continue to sing, and Toby lashes out at Malvolio for being so seemingly virtuous. Malvolio realizes that he has no control over these drunkards and so turns Maria. After Malvolio leaves, the men desire revenge. Maria then plans the revenge. So here we have the trio making much fun of the hour. It's a midnight hour and the DJ has come, so night-long revelry goes on. Feste says, hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained in it to call the knave knight. So Andrew says, it is not the first time I have constrained over the cell and the knave. Begin full. It begins, hold thy peace. It refers to the popular catch of that period. So they start singing, I shall never begin if I hold my peace, and good faith O come, and they start singing. What song they sing? They sing the song of the title of Twelfth Night. Oh, the 12th day of December. Sir Toby begins the song, and Sir Toby continues. The lady is a Catian, we are politician. Malvolio is a Pegarams and sings, three merry men we be, three merry men we be. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not her blood? Tilly-tally, lady, they sings. There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, sir. So many popular catches are sung one after another in this particular scene. The scene is remarkable for the famous song of Feste, "O Mistress Mine, Where Are You Roaming?" So Feste asks the other characters, "Would you have a song, love song, or a song of good life?" So Toby says, "A love song or love song?" So Andrew simply gives a reply, "Yeah, hey, I care not for good life." So he is a fool enough. He cannot categorize or differentiate between song of life and song of good life, song of love and song of good life. Feste starts his song. "O mistress mine, where are you roaming? O mistress mine, where are you roaming?" What happened? Sing with me. Sing with me the song. The songs are so easily written that even the modern day lyricists or lyricasters might be tempted, like poetasters, to copy the song and dream of writing compositions like this. "O mistress mine, where are you roaming? Stay and hear your true love is coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journey's ending, lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know." The Elizabethan songs were composed in the traditional folkloric music, and these songs are composed mainly in iambic pentameter and can be adapted to iambic tetrameter lines, and adapted to any kind of music. So we can adapt these songs accordingly. "O mistress mine, where are you roaming? Stay and hear your true love is coming. O mistress mine, where are you roaming? Stay and hear your true love is coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty is waiting. Journeys end in lovers meeting, every wise man does know." So we can also convert this song into a more popular catch. "O mistress mine, where are you roaming? O stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know." Sir Toby is interested. "Excellent, good, in faith, good, good, good," Sir Toby says. Feste continues his songs. "What is love? It's not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What is to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come and kiss, sweet and twenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and twenty. Youth is the stuff will not endure." Such a mellifluous voice, Sir Andrew remarks. "As I am tonight," Sir Toby says, "a contagious breath," perhaps referring to the groundlings who made much of the spectators of Elizabethan and Jacobean period. So they were standing around the arena or the apron stage, third stage. Sir Andrew says, very sweet and contagious." Sir Toby says, "To hear by the nose it is dulcet by contagious." And Feste's song is appreciated. What is the song about? The song is a carpe diem song, seize the hour song, means enjoy when you are at your prime. Enjoy, entertain yourself, live a life to the full. This song comes at a time when this bridegroom to be, Sir Andrew Aguchik, exploited by Sir Toby, has been brought to be the bridegroom of Olivia. And Sir Toby is sinking, drinking water, thinking of Maria. And this Feste is just feeling the passion of these lovers in almost a carnivalesque manner. And this night-long orgy of love continues with this song of passion and joy. So this entertainer earns his livelihood by entertaining, and like our modern day DJs who sing songs, yes, songs of entertainment, songs of joy. Even in Corona times, they are often seen singing song. Boro loker beti lo lamba lamba chul emon matha binde debo lal ganda fool. So in the time of sorrow, in the time of happiness, Twelfth Night is called a festive comedy because of the joys of festivities that mark this day, 6th of January, 12th day of December, the feast of Epiphany, when Jesus Christ, born in the stable, is supposed to be brought into the homes of the Christian with candles, inviting the arrival, with music, ale, with music, cake, and song and dance, revelry. They enjoy this coming of Christ into their homes. Laughter depends on forgetting and forgiving, according to Milan Kundera. So this is a world where we have entertainment, 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 the subplot of Twelfth Night. But apart from this world, there is also the main plot of Twelfth Night, where we have serious love, and serious love, as Eric Schlegel in The Death of Comedy has stated, dark clouds over Illyria. Serious love is dark cloud that is hovering over Illyria. Feste belongs to both the worlds, the world of the subplot, entertainment, 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 and the world of the main plot, where we have serious love, and keeps on fueling passion of characters. And like the fool of King Lear tells the truth, even at the moment when the truth has to be concealed. He enriches the passion. When Sir Toby is thinking of Maria, he asks Sir Toby to sing the song of love. Oh, mistress mine, where are you, me? Come and reciprocate my love. When this passion is ignited even in Maria's mind by Feste himself, the song is sung. When Andrea Guccini is daydreaming, sinking and drinking and dreaming of Olivia, this is the Feste who is igniting the passion of Andrea, fully knowing that there is no possibility, like our entertainers do, even in times of crisis. The responsibility of the artist is therefore questioned. Questioned not by Shakespeare, because Shakespeare earns his bread by entertainment alone. In Act 2, Scene 4, Cesario is again unmarked by Feste. If Feste knows who Cesario is, why does he remain silent? Why does he remain absent when much complexity of the play is there in Twelfth Night? So we have, like the fool of King Lear, the absence of Feste in the climactic crisis moment of the play. In Act 2, Scene 4, however, the Duke's attendant Curio enters with Feste the clown, who can perform the song and the Duke has requested. Feste sings of a man killed because of his fair cruel maid. See, this man is sad, Orsino is very sad. He is in love with Olivia. Olivia has not reciprocated his love. And now with this new page boy, Cesario, to whom he has unclasped his heart and is trying to promote his own love's proposal through this young messenger of love for his mellifluous voice. Feste is singing this song. He sings of a man killed because of his fair cruel maid. The narrator of the song requests that no friends should attend to his coffin and that the lover should never know where his grave is. After the song, the Duke tells Cesario to again notice the poem, the song, and let the Countess know how much he loves her, not for what she has, but for her beauty. Cesario keeps on wondering what will happen if the Countess still does not want him. Cesario knows, Viola knows that it is a serious type of mistake that Orsino is going to commit, offering his love to a lady who has already fallen in love with his male attire. So she still does not want him and asks the Duke to imagine that the situation might be there if the rules are reversed and if he, because Viola is actually Cesario in front of Orsino, if he were a woman who intensely loved him while he did not love her. The Duke immediately discounts the scene and keeps on talking about love. Remember that this comes with reference to the song sung by Feste. What is the song? It is a song of death. Song of death, of separation of lovers. And when the lover wants the reciprocation of the beloved, there is Feste who is singing the song of despair, song of dejection, song of sorrow, of separation, of loss, and of death. What the So Orsino asks, "Oh fellow, come, come, the song we had last night." He tells Cesario, mark it, Cesario. It is an old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bones, do used to chaunt it, and it is still smooth. The dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age. So first they makes them ready. Are you ready, sir? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Are you ready, sir? Orsino says, yes, play the song. Sing, sing. So the song starts with music, very sad. So it can be sung in so many various ways, and directors have often experimented with the notations of this song, sung in a very sad. So I offer a kind of rendering of this song in the sad, catchy tune. Come away, death, come away, death. Sing this song with me. So Feste is asking the lovers, dejected lovers, to sing. See, Cesario is in love with Orsino. She cannot tell because she is Cesario. Inside she is Viola. Orsino is in love with Olivia, and Olivia is not reciprocating the love. And at this moment, there is this song of sorrow, of separated love, of death. Come away, death, come away, death. In the sad cypress, let me be laid, let me be laid. Fly away, breath, fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair, cruel maid, fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you. Oh, prepare it, oh, prepare it. My part of death, no one so true did share it, did share it. Not a flower, not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strewn, not a flower sweet. Not a friend greet, not a friend greet, my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown, bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to say, lay me away, lay me away. Sad true lovers never find my grave, to weep there, to weep there, to weep there. What is Orsino's response to this song? He gives money. There is for thy pains. And Feste, quite a professional DJ, says, no pain. No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir. So he is sadistic, gets pleasure singing, causing pain to others with sad songs. Orsino says, no, no, I will pay thy pleasure then. So money is doubled, one for pain, one for pleasure. Feste says, truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another. So Feste is that melancholy, sweet singer of apoplexy. He blesses Feste. Now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is very opal. What is Feste saying? Feste like the fool of King Lear. You remember in King Lear, when the Lear is facing the storm, he cries out to Fool, "Oh fool, let me not be mad, not be mad, keep me in temper, or I shall go mad." The same Lear asks Fool, Who is he that can tell me who I am? And again this double-speaking fool says in Shakespeare's King Lear, Lear's shadow. What does it mean? Lear's shadow will tell that who is Lear. So here Feste is talking about the double standards of Orsino. I repeat the speech of Feste. Very interesting. He's a psychological reader. He knows the truth and speaks the truth in terms of metaphors. He blesses Orsino. Now the melancholy god. Remember, he has seen Orsino very closeted with Cesario. Now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for the mind is very opal. So mind is so transparent that everyone can see what is there inside, going inside. His love for Olivia through the messenger of love, Cesario. And Feste knows who Cesario is because he has seen the close intimacy. So this male bonding is critiqued by Feste in metaphoric poetical language. So he is in favor of enforced normativity in the play. So dark clouds over Illyria are caused by this enforced heteronormativity in Twelfth Night. In Act 3, Scene 1, where we have the act opening in Olivia's garden, Olivia is just parted with Viola. Viola is dressed as Cesario. Cesario approaches Feste. So each character tries to use words to show their wit. For most part, Feste twists the meaning of Cesario's words. Eventually, he bluntly says that he does not care for Cesario. Still, Cesario speaks with him until finally he has had enough and gives money to the clown. Feste says that he will alert Olivia. So Feste has already got his money, and Feste says that yes, he will inform Olivia that Cesario has arrived. After he exits, Viola Cesario comments that how good this fool is, Feste, who knows what truth is, and she must safeguard herself from this intrusion. This is very interesting because what blessing is given by Feste is about a piece of bare earth on the face of this feminine looking Cesario, who should be endowed with the love of Olivia only on the matter of heteronormative masculinity. Act 4, Scene 1, again the act opens in front of Olivia's house. We find Sebastian and Feste. Feste assumes that Sebastian is actually Cesario. He remembers Cesario. He has already blessed Cesario with beard, and now he finds Sebastian, more masculinized. In this hyper-masculine world, we have the encounter of Feste with Sebastian. Sebastian, of course, does not know Feste, or realizes that Feste knows a person named Cesario, who looks just like Sebastian. Olivia has sent the clown with a message for Cesario to come speak with her, but when Feste addresses Sebastian, Sebastian tries to dismiss him. The clown is surprised by this reaction and wonders what is going on. He states that he knows, and what Sebastian does not acknowledge, Sebastian does not say that his name is not Cesario, but only tries to chase Feste away. Sebastian even offers Feste money, so he will leave him alone. Then we have the presence of Sir Toby and Giallo. So this role is just a linkman, choric role. And Feste finally heads off to let Olivia know that what is going on, informing about this, like a Narad Muni of Twelfth Night. He moves from one place to another, keeps on informing, keeps on instigating, keeps on commenting, and takes a bag of philosophy in his hand, as if he knows everything. Shop Janta, Shop Korta, and perhaps he thinks himself as the intellectual, all-knowing intellectual, novel intellectual. In Act 4, Scene 2, again the second scene where we have Olivia's house. In Olivia's house, Maria instructs Feste to disguise himself as Sartopas, curate, and this goes on to get Toby. He remembers Malvolie has been locked because of his midsummer madness, putting on yellow stocking, cross-gartered, smiling, appearing before Olivia according to the trick. So Toby and Maria return, and Feste speaks as if he is a curate to Malvolio. So here we have the double role played by Feste on the stage. Feste is visible to the audience. Malvolio cannot see both the characters. He can hear the voice of Sir Topas, but cannot see. But what is the meaning of putting on disguise when the person to whom your dialogues are addressed cannot see you? But Feste does so. So he is a performer par excellence, a jester, a court jester, who is more intended to entertain himself as well as the audience. And his trick does words. Not much earlier, Feste has spoken of things not being what they seem to be. So what appears to be is not actually is. That is the spirit of comedy. Here he says things that are what they are. Although in actuality he is not who he appears to be. See the contradiction? So a person who is philosophizing truth and the discrepancy of truth and reality and discrepancy between reality and falsity. The same person is falsifying his own presence on the stage, playing double role, true to the requirement of theatre. For he is only pretending to be a curate. As Feste insists that Malvolio is mad, Toby praises his craftiness. Malvolio is locked in a dark cell and can only hear Feste. Feste speaks nonsense, trying to make Malvolio feel that he is indeed mad. Toby says that he must leave and tells Maria that the fooling must stop since he is in so much trouble with Olivia. So Toby and Maria leave and Feste speaks as himself to Malvolio. Malvolio asks him for pen, paper, ink and light in order to write a note to Olivia. Feste insists that Malvolio is mad, and Malvolio, in order to show his sanity, must write in pen on paper with ink. Since Malvolio still cannot see him, Feste speaks to himself, and then as a curate, Sir Topas, showing himself to be a real performer as he switches from his own voice to the voice he assumed to be playing that of for the curate. Feste finally agrees to get the paper, ink and light and then leaves the stage. So this scene is theatrical, most entertaining and gives very little scope to Malvolio to realize the duplicity of the scene, and Feste does wonder, performing both the roles of himself as well as Sir Topas. Feste sings songs like, "Hey Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how the lady does." So Malvolio says, "Fool calls fool, fool, my lady's unkind." So there is a series of songs, and the Feste also sings his exit song. "I'm gone, sir, and alone, sir, I will be with you again in a trice, like to the old wise. You need to sustain, who with dagger of lath." So Shakespeare is rapping. Yeah, bullet rap. So this song can be arranged. "I'm gone, sir, anon, sir, and it will be with you again in a trice, like to the old wise. You need to sustain, hey, you who with dagger of lath in his age and his wrath cries aha to the devil, no like a mad lad. Pare thy nails, dad, adieu, good man, devil." So apna time aayega. Feste leaves the stage with this song. Act 5, Scene 1. Feste appears again. When, towards the last climactic moment, where Feste and Fabian are speaking, Fabian asks Feste to show him Malvolio's letter. Feste refuses. Duke comes, so many problems are resolved. And then Feste is asked to bring Malvolio. And Feste departs to retrieve. So Orsino reminds Viola of those times. She spoke of her love. All these happen. And finally we have the presence of Feste. In this scene too we have Feste talking about his part that he has played in the gulling of Malvolio. This confession comes because there is a sense of remorse and people are often inclined towards Malvolio. They sympathize with Malvolio. At this moment when Feste is going to lose his job, he cries foul. But he also says that yes, he has been injured. This man has called him bad rascal and therefore there is some cause of revenge. All the characters in Twelfth Night, they have their cause to avenge their suffering and make Malvolio the target. Feste, I hope, has none, because whatever little opportunity that Malvolio got to rebuke Feste was in the drunkard night-long revelry scene, where Feste was indeed engaged in this night-long drunkard revelry. All exit at the end of the play, and only it is a clown who is there. Clown who is left there to deliver the epilogue, like all the other clowns that Shakespeare allows this clown also to deliver the epilogue. And his songs concludes the play, a beautiful song of wind and the rain. The piece ends with this promise that the players will come again, true to the spirit of Shakespearean comedy, that they will come again to strive to please the audience. The song is sung in this way. When that I was a little tiny boy with hey, 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 ho, the wind and the rain. When that I was a little tiny boy with hey, ho, the wind and the rain. A foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. He talks about this small innocent boy, the glory of the childhood days, and what happens to him, the child. Everything turns out to be a foolish thing, not like Wordsworth's heaven lies in our infancy, shades of prison house begin to close upon a growing boy. But here the childish day is also compared to the foolish day. So I repeat the song again. Please sing the song with me. And when that I was a little tiny boy with hey ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with hey ho, the wind and the rain, against knave and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wife with hey ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never try, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came unto my beds with hey ho, the wind and the rain, with tossed balls still had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. Then the concluding stanza. A great while ago the world began with hey ho, the wind and the rain. A great while ago the world began with hey ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done. We will strive to please you every day. So the first stanza talks about the stage of innocence. The second stanza talks about manhood. The third stanza talks about society and how in society by swaggering an artist thrives. The fourth is about the homecoming of lockdown, where we have tosspots and drunkards, and finally it is a line on the theatre. So intermittent appearance of Fool in the play, his long absence in the play, and his involvement in the play, action and plot, his participation in the plot making, and his relationship with the title of the play, his presence in both the subplot and the main plot as a foil, and commenting on the spirit of both the main plot and the subplot. In the subplot, he is entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. In the main plot, he is a tragic soothsayer. And if you combine these two, we find that he's a professional who uses a situation to become, to earn, and to learn what he is. Most interestingly, we find that Feste's appreciation has always been favorable. But it must be remembered that Feste is an artist whose responsibility is being claimed by society. Plato said that in his famous work Republic, that non-essential poets should not be there in my ideal republic. Is Feste at all required in the ideal republic of Illyria, in the love-lorn world of Illyria, in the illusory world of Illyria? The virtuality that Feste introduced in matters of love, is that virtuality at all required? Is that reality that Feste introduces in the play, especially in the main plot about love, that love is eternal, love is not timesful, is that more feasible than the love that he talks about in the subplot, that love is just temporal, ephemeral, and should be seized at the necessary occasion? So he talks about the responsibility of the artist in society. And as the DJs and the singers sing songs, irrespective of the crisis of the age, in the Illyrian society, Feste almost appears to be mismatched. And yet, by mismatching himself with the occasion, by performing par excellence, he earns his livelihood. This is the double standard that an artist is showing in the play Twelfth Night. Furthermore, music gives rise to the Apollonian spirit, that is the spirit of, as Nietzsche talked about, the spirit where we have the birth of tragedy. Dionysiac, on the other hand, is based on dance. Dance without meaning is madness. Feste is singing songs. He is engaging the characters to dance. But if there is a consonancy in the dance and the song, the dance and the music, there might have been some purpose of Feste. So without music, dance appears to be mad. Without dance, music also, to the deaf ears, appears to be mad. And Feste is that person who in this ideal republic performs musicless dance, danceless music. And to the true spirit of the play, Twelfth Night, or what you will, he wills his way and works according to his own will. So for him, art is for art's sake, music is for music's sake, and he remains the most irresponsible character in Twelfth Night. So that is my conclusion. I am drawing this logic on the basis of the discussion that I have done. The irresponsibility of the artist in Twelfth Night is displayed by Feste. Thank you very much.